Two more questions.
Sure.
Biggest regret?
In my life? Whoa.
I was thinking of saying just about this, the internet radio venture.
All right. Not getting money from investors before we put the deal together. It would have alleviated a lot of stress. And, you know, I can't believe we put this together with the limited resources that we have, and we haven't borrowed a dime, except the $1,500 my brother Chris gave me. You know, but we haven't borrowed a dime.
And last thing,
Yeah.
the glimmer of hope at the end. What do you expect to see out of this? That's really going to be your best accomplishment.
My best accomplishment at Hurricane Radio?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be the best internet radio station in the country, man. You know? Yeah, I mean, Pete, you know me, man. I'm a competitive guy. You know, I want to be the best. But there'll be small victories along the way. When I get to bring my friends and family in here and show them the place publicly and have them listen to the radio, I mean, that's a small victory. You know, when I see Joe's son walk around here and be proud of his father at the radio station and spend time there, that's a victory. Our first day we broadcast. You know, there'll be special shows. There'll be, you know, helping the parents with the children with autism is something I'm very proud of. And, you know, our commitment and my commitment to community service, which I take very seriously, very, very seriously. And anybody who knows me will tell you that. You know, our Saturday afternoon programming is the school doc with Dr. Costa. It's community-based, proactive, helpful, resourceful programming to help parents of school-age kids, parents with kids with autism, and how they can be helped, and the agencies that will help them for 2 hours, and a live substance abuse calling show. You know, so, you know, we're committed to do 5 shows, you know, a week for our community, and then we will do that. We have 3 of them booked already. So there'll be victories up and down this journey, and there has been already, and there'll be some low points as well too. You know, I'm going to be a technological nightmare in there. You know, I know it already. That's not my thing. But you know, we're taking the road less traveled, and to be able to be the first commercially viable internet radio station, I think that's newsworthy. I think that's big stuff. You know, and you know, the Tuesday after Labor Day when we go on, and we got paid advertisers, and we're programming, you know, original programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know, then, you know, that'll be a good day. That'll be a good day. And, you know, like I said to everybody at the first meeting, and I've talked to radio executives from all over New England, some friends of mine, some I've met in the industry, some I haven't. And, you know, I believe if we work hard at this deal for 5 years, Pete, you own a certain percentage of this. Joe does, Scott, Brian, Chris, me. You know, I think we'll sell this station for millions of dollars someday. Millions of dollars, and then we'll start another one. You know, I do. I mean, that's, you know, that's what I think. You know, life isn't perfect, and you know, something crazy could happen to me out there tonight, Pete. You know, and it's a journey. You know, but I know that I'm going to work hard. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to put the right people around me. Okay, and I'm going to give it the best that I got. And you know, I think that's going to be good. I mean, I think I proved that at WSAR. I think we've proved it with the blog. I think that, you know, we're going to be in a mix. We're going to be in a game, and we're going to change the game. And they better take us seriously, because we're going after, you know, their advertising dollar. The Herald News, the Standard Times, WSAR, Fun 107. We're going after their advertising dollar. We're going after their viewers, their readers, and their listeners. We want to provide an alternative. You know, we want to put the people first before the politician. Your business, my business, their business before big business. You know, we want to do it differently, and I believe that we will here at Hurricane Radio. Let's keep it going, bro. Let's ask those questions you got right there.
Well, let's think about this. These are the prefab questions here.
All right, well, I don't even, I know I helped write them, but I don't think I remember them. My leg is,
You've told us about yourself. We know that you're both excited and
Yeah.
maybe a little bit under the surface nervous about it.
oh, sure. I mean, let me just I cut myself in this chair or something. I'm nervous. I mean, there's a certain amount of performance anxiety that goes with this. I mean, I'm nervous about being on the radio for 5 hours a day. I mean, 3.5 hours a day being on the radio is difficult. It's one of the most difficult things you could ever do. I mean, it is hard to do 3 hours of live radio and generate your own content and keep people interested. Now I'm going to be responsible for doing 5 hours on the radio.
So how do you intend to do that?
I'm going to have to be sharp. I'm going to have to work out before. I'm going to have to get my endorphins going. I'm going to have to live better than I have in the past, take care of myself better than I have in the past. And that's just part of it. I still have to administrate, okay? I still have to make critical decisions for this company. I still got to hire people, and more important than any of it, unfortunately, I have to sell and keep this place viable and pay our landlord and pay Comcast and pay DEG, who's been unbelievable with us, by the way. DEG, if you ever have any issues, go see them. Those guys are good dudes, and we're forever grateful for what they were able to do for us.
There have been a lot of people who are interested how the Hurricanes Highway Home from WSAR is going to translate into the Hurricanes Highway Home on
Super
Hurricane
Highway
Radio
Home.
Net.
Super Highway Home.
Hurricane Super Highway Home.
All right.
What are the differences and what's going to be similar?
It's going to be a lot similar. We're just not going to be able to talk about a pothole on Buffington Street. We're going to have to take arguments like that and craft them and create them to a more regional aspect, like how a municipal service is feeling in your city where you're from, or how are the streets and how is the infrastructure where you live. Because in our city that's 200 years old, it's problematic. Issues like Tom Hartz, and everybody wants to know if I'm going to talk about Hard Time. We're going to talk about his philosophy on view of crime and punishment, because I think it's a debate that's happening throughout the country today. I mean, Joe Arpaio on the West Coast, and you got Hodgson on the right, and I think that they're cavemen, and they have an archaic, selfish, faithless approach to incarceration and rehabilitation and jobs that they're supposed to do. So we're going to talk about that. But again, it's an internet radio station, so we're going to have to broaden our horizons, certainly. But we're gonna keep the characters around. Forever's got the greatest characters in the world, and they play everywhere. I lived all over this country, and I know people have lived all over the world. And people from Forever, if you meet them, they tend to kind of stick out, and you tend to kind of remember them, and they tend to do all right, wherever they are, and certainly. So the character's going to be around. You'll have your little general doing the weather. You'll have Grandma. We're kind of getting Grandma in the studio first week. We're still going to do. We're going to get the South Coast Most Eligible Bachelor, J-Man. We're going to get them all. We're going to get them all back, and we're going to take some good from what we did there and take it to another level. And hopefully we'll be in a position where this show can get syndicated. And that's what the exciting part about this whole deal is, because it's so multi-dimensional, Peter. Like, if we don't get you with the first radio broadcast, we'll get you with the radio on demand. And if we don't get you with the radio on demand, we'll get you with the web TV. And if we don't get with the web TV, we'll get with the web TV on demand. And if we don't get you there, we'll get you with the website. And if we don't get to the website, nobody's got a social network like we do. So we're going to get you there. And there are so many ways from there, to do it, like creating programming. I always wanted to do that at WSAR. And I'm having an opportunity to do that here today. I am forever asking people from my community, people I bump into, hey, would you, if I think you're a hot shit, I want you to do a show on this, or a show on fashion, or a show on sex, or a show on counseling. Yeah, I mean, you know me. I mean, I'm always out there, looking for talent and looking for people to bring on board. And we can create programming that can get syndicated. I could get syndicated myself. Me and my brother's sports show could get syndicated. I mean, there are 100 ways within this internet radio deal that we can make money and how this can grow. And that's what I'm so excited about it. And you ask any industry insider, we're on the front wave of what we're trying to do here. I mean, we're on the front wave. I mean, we're the first in line. We're going to be the first commercially viable internet radio station in New England. And I said bust that on the blogs, they didn't like it, but that takes me back to...
No respectable CEO says bust that.
Yeah, well, I do. I do. I mean, that's from the breakdancing days, which I didn't do, but I admired, certainly.
Let's go into the lightning round
Sure.
with these two last questions.
Sure.
What are your strengths?
My strengths.
Your strengths.
My strengths are my commitment, my passion, the fight that I have in me, the ability to get off the deck and get back up, and get back in a race. Sinatra's got a great line in That's Life. Sometimes you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back in a race. And I think my perseverance, I think that's certainly a strength of mine. So,
What are your weaknesses?
a lot of them, man. I mean, what do you want me to stop? I mean, weaknesses that are most critical to Hurricane Radio, or my weaknesses in my darkest of hours and my darkest of times.
Well, what are people going to be most interested in?
All of it, probably. I mean, I got a lot of weaknesses, Pete. You know it. Alcohol, drugs, time management. I'm emotional. I mean, I got a lot of stuff that I gotta keep an eye on and watch. I mean, I can come out here and lie to everybody and give you like the standard quote unquote, answer packaged and processed, but that's not Hurricane Radio. You know what I mean? I'm struggling like my brothers and sisters in this city are in a multitude of ways on a daily basis. But I try to be a good dude, okay? I try to hold the door open. I try to help the person across the street. I try to let the person go in my car. I try to be there for my friends. I try to do it the right way every day. There are times when I don't. And when that happens, it's unfortunate and it gets a lot of attention. And, I've been selling a lot of newspapers and, doing a lot of things for a long period of time. So it's funny that one of the big shots at the Herren News told me that when I get in trouble, it runs second to just this. I guess they did an animal abuse story or something like that. They got more hits than I did, but I mean that's life and facet. But now we're in a position where we can actually take that and capitalize off it, which is good.
Right.
I mean, there are a lot of things. There are a few things that I'm not proud of that in my life. But there are. I'm a man of many weaknesses and I think many strengths.
Mm-hmm. Let's send it off. You're telling people in one phrase. Listen to Hurricane Radio. What's going to grab their attention? What's your tagline for this business venture?
We're going to be intelligent. We're going to be creative. We're going to be funny. We want to make you laugh, teach you something, and cry in the same show. That was my fundamentals at WYCL. We're going to carry. Just because we're on the internet, we're not going to swear like pigs and jump out of character. I don't talk like that in my life. I'm not going to step out of character to do that. But we're going to be smart. We're going to be creative. We're going to be innovative. We're going to give people opportunity, lots of it. Anybody thinks they can handle it and come on to a talk show, you come down and see the Hurricane. We'll give you an interview, and if you've got what it takes, we'll make sure you get the opportunity. You know that, Pete. I like to give people opportunity. I think I have in my life, and it's it. Wrap. You got that?
See?